Okay, as you can tell by the thumbnail, today I'm going to be ranking my top 10 Aaron Terence Hughes Oud fragrances. I'm going to tell you what, this was no easy task because I have a love for pretty much all of Aaron Terence Hughes Oud fragrances. I sat down, I sprayed them all, I've got all the dry downs here for you, and my room smells freaking incredible, and I think I'm ready. No, I'm ready. Totally ready, I think. So if y'all want to know which Aaron Terence Hughes fragrances are my favorite, then stay tuned. Cue that intro. What's going on, my beautiful fragrance family? I hope each and every one of you are doing phenomenal today, and welcome back to My2Scents. My name is Brian, and this is the channel all about helping boost your confidence through the art of fragrance and helping you become a lasting scent memory. Okay, quick disclaimer. Hard candy is not on this list. I've already packed up all of my Aaron Terence Hughes fragrances because I'm moving. If you didn't know that, well, I'm moving. And I totally forgot to leave this one out because I knew I was going to be doing this episode, and honestly, I totally forgot about hard candy. But also, hard candy, I believe, is getting discontinued on August 31st. I know there's only a couple bottles left on his website, so if you're interested, you might want to get it now. I'll let you know where it falls in the ranking as we're going through the list. As you know, Aaron Terence Hughes is one of my favorite indie niche fragrance houses, and I love his oud fragrances. A lot of them are like gourmands. Actually, pretty much all of them are pretty much on the gourmand side. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get into today's whiffs and sniffs. Okay, first up on my list is discontinued. It is discontinued, but you can find these fragrances. You can find this fragrance on eBay. I do believe you can find it in Facebook groups, so it is floating around. But the first one, number 10 on my list, is Fake. Okay, so Fake. Why is it called Fake? Well, the reason it's called Fake is because he's using a fake oud in this. So a synthetic oud, just an oud accord that he created. So there's no actual oud in this. So I have all the dry downs because that's the most important part. But Fake, it's a very simplistic fragrance. You're going to start out with some amber, and that's going to be basically your top note. So you get some sweetness, then you fall into some tonka, you get a little vanilla, and then some fake oud and some musks. And for a fake oud fragrance, it's actually pretty good. Now this is no longer just called Fake, it's called Urban Fake, and it's more of a cedarwood fragrance. There's no actual fake oud in it. I think there's some sandalwood, some lemon, some bergamot, so it's a completely different fragrance. But Fake, number 10, the only reason it falls into that place and into the 10 spot is because it's good, but it's just not mind-blowing for me. I do enjoy wearing it. It does have some really good longevity, and it does smell really good, but I really like his natural oud fragrances. So, at the 10 spot, Fake. Coming in at the 9 spot is gonna be Oud. Now, some of these I have in 50 mLs, some I have in 10 mLs, and some I have in 50 mLs, but I'm using my 10 mLs before I bust into my 50 mLs, so you're gonna see a lot of these in 10 mLs. So, Oud. Oud is a really nice, pretty much kind of like a Middle Eastern style oud fragrance. You're gonna get some oud, obviously. You're gonna get some rose up top, some sweet orange. Further into it, you get like this really nice kind of fruity date and raspberry combo. And the oud in this is very smooth, and I believe that you're getting some Thai oud and some Burmese oud in it. I think it's like a 5% concentration on both. Could be wrong on that, can't remember exactly the concentrations, but you can definitely smell the natural sweet musky oud in this. It's got a nice woodiness to it as well. Full dry down, you're getting some benzoin sweetness, I believe some vanilla, you're getting this really nice kind of earthy, dirty patchouli, and some really nice white musks. Now, the reason oud comes in at the 9 spot is because, well, first of all, I do really enjoy oud, but it's one that I enjoy layering with the rest of my oud fragrances. So I use it as a base and I spray everything on top of it just to boost that and elevate the oud aspect of all of his fragrances. Not like they need it, but coming in the 9 spot, oud. Coming in at the 8 spot, we're going to be doing Raw Cherry. Now, I will suggest that anybody out there who enjoys or is looking at getting Lost Cherry from Tom Ford, I recommend Raw Cherry from Aaron Terence Hughes. Raw Cherry is definitely the answer to your Lost Cherry issues. Way more natural smelling, and in my opinion, again, it's a better fragrance. Raw cherry starts out with some lemon, some bergamot. You're also going to get this really nice raw cherry, like a nice dark cherry. There's a really nice cherry liqueur, some dark chocolate, some musks, and of course some oud. Now the oud in this is a lot sweeter and it's a lot muskier. You're getting a lot more of the other ingredients other than the oud. So this is one that I actually like to layer with oud because I get a little bit more of that funkiness, that woody quality. But raw cherry is a fantastic fragrance, especially if you're having issues with Tom Ford's Lost Cherry. This is better, in my opinion, and it's also cheaper. As we all know, Tom Ford's fragrances are going through the roof, and Lost Cherry, I just don't really think is worth it. But raw cherry is 100% worth it. Coming in at the 8th spot, raw cherry. Coming in at number 7 is Oxytocin. Now, Oxytocin is a great fragrance. I absolutely love wearing this fragrance. It is definitely an oud gourmand. It's kind of addictive. But the reason it comes at the 7th spot is because there's other oud fragrances from the house that I enjoy a little bit more. In this, you're getting a nice spicy Turkish rose right off the bat. There's some chocolate, there's some vanilla, there's some tree moss, which adds just a little bit of like a scratchy quality, and not in a bad way. It just kind of gives it like this green, herbaceous kind of camphorous feel, just sitting in the background. But this is going to have Thai oud and some musks, and of course, one of my favorite notes that Aaron uses, patchouli. And this again is going to be kind of a woody, earthy, dirty patchouli with some really nice musks. Great fragrance. Absolutely great fragrance. The chocolate in this is kind of creamy. It's a little velvety. I just really enjoy this fragrance because, like I said, it's addictive. It's great for going out on dates. It's a very easy oud to wear because, again, it's smooth. It's not harsh or rough or funky. But Oxytocin is a fantastic fragrance, but it's coming in at number 7 because there's other ouds that I enjoy better from Aaron Terence Hughes. So, number 7, Oxytocin. Coming in at number 6, Boss Bitch. Now, Boss Bitch, this is stupid expensive, guys. Stupid expensive. You're looking at like $400+. And that is the reason it comes in at number 6. But this thing has got a ginormous note breakdown. It's got 3 different types of oud in it. You've got Thai oud, you got Burmese oud, and you have Indonesian oud. And at high concentrations. But there's so much more to it. So much more. Top, you get some neroli. You get this really nice coconut and some peach. And all 3 of those notes really are detectable, especially the coconut and peach, which I absolutely love at the top of this. But once you start rolling into the heart, you're getting some jasmine sambac, which is giving it just a touch of an indolic feel, just a touch, not a whole lot. But again, this is your gourmand style oud. You're going to get some cherry, you're going to get some chocolate, mixing in with that peach and that coconut. And like I said, you get Thai, Burmese, and Indonesian oud at high concentrations. You're also going to get some patchouli and musks. I love Boss Bitch. I think it is fantastic. If it wasn't so expensive, it would be higher up on my list. But man, it is stupid expensive. I suggest getting a 10 ml because just a couple sprays goes a long way. And that actually kind of goes for all of Aaron Terence Hughes fragrances. He knows how to make his fragrances project and last. And man, I'll tell you what, Boss Bitch is awesome. It's just stinking expensive. But it's definitely suitably named because I could see women wearing this and just smelling like a freaking boss. Hell, when I wear it, I feel like a boss bitch. So coming in at the 6th spot, we've got Boss Bitch. Coming in at number 5, we have Daddy. I love Daddy. All right, and the reason this comes in at number 5, because Hard Candy actually is the number 4 spot. Would be the number 4 spot if I hadn't already packed it up. But Daddy is fantastic. This is a very easy to wear, very clean style oud. You get some apple, you get tonka, you get nutmeg, you get some vanilla, you get this really clean, easy to wear oud in it, some benzoin, some ambergris, and of course, musks. This is my everyday wear oud. As you can tell, I have put a big dent in this, and I'm going to be picking up a 50 ml of this as soon as I'm done with this bad boy. Daddy is awesome. Especially if you like Hugo Boss bottled or even Hugo Boss bottled oud. Similar, but completely different all at the same time. They share a lot of the same common notes, but the way that Aaron does it, first of all, it lasts way longer, it projects way further, and in my opinion is a much better blended fragrance. So coming in at number 5, Daddy. So like I said, Hard Candy would be in the 4th spot, but if you have not seen my review on High Voltage and Hard Candy, I'll leave a card right up here for you so you can go check that out. I absolutely love Hard Candy. It is like Daddy Extreme, or Daddy Intense in my opinion. It's got a lot more of that rich oud. So good, but I already packed it up. Coming in at number 4, we've got Onyx Extreme. I really enjoy this fragrance. If you have not seen my review of me breaking this bad boy down against the original Onyx, you can check it out right here. Onyx Extreme is a much more polished version of Onyx. It doesn't project as heavy as Onyx, and I kind of like the more edgy style that Onyx is. It's got a little bit more of like a roughness to it. Onyx Extreme is going to be rose and raspberry. Ylang-ylang, you're going to get this nice fruity, rich plum. Thai oud, amber, ambergris, sandalwood, and musks. I love the musks in this. I love how balanced it is. I love how he polished everything out. And I love the way that he used a beautiful vanilla absolute and a beautiful rose absolute. And the oud is glorious in this. The oud is fantastic. Longevity, beastly. Projection, again, beastly. A fantastic fragrance. I love how he basically just took that Onyx DNA and just polished it. Made it more balanced. But I like Onyx just a little bit better. So coming in at the 4th spot, Onyx Extreme. Coming in at number 3, we have Forbidden. Now this is a beautiful gourmand. An oud gourmand with so many ooey gooey ingredients in it. It's just so stinking good. Aaron worked his ass off on this fragrance. I think it was in 2020 or maybe it was 2021. He spent all of New Year's Eve finishing Forbidden. And I can see why he wanted to make it the best that he could. And he freaking nailed it. Up top, you get this really nice orange that is just dripping with beautiful creamy chocolate. You get some vanilla. You get this really nice cherry bakewell accord. You're also getting some Turkish Delight, which is going to be just a beautiful sweet rose. Almost like a candied rose. Of course, you're going to get that oud. You get this really nice boozy rum, so you're getting a little bit of a spicy rum, and that's further into it as it gets into the dry down. Sandalwood, that adds to a creaminess and adding a nice woody base, and of course, musks. Tons of musks. Just help lift this fragrance off your skin and help it project. I love Forbidden. This is my date night fragrance. If I was going to wear any of these on a date night, this is the one I would wear. I love what this fragrance does. I love every aspect of this fragrance, from top to bottom and everything in between. So coming in at number 3, Forbidden. So what do you think number 2 is? If you guess Luna, you're wrong. It's actually Onyx. Alright, so like I said before, Onyx Extreme is just a very much more polished version of Onyx. But I like Onyx because it's a little bit edgier. It's got a little bit more filthy qualities to it, and that sexy filthiness. Now you're getting some Rose Absolute right off the bat, just like you do in Onyx Extreme, but a lower concentration in this. You also get that vanilla, you get some plum, you're also getting some chocolate, and this is a bit of a darker chocolate. Thai oud, patchouli, ambergris, sandalwood, and musks. So the big difference between this and Onyx Extreme is that Onyx Extreme is a higher concentration of the Rose Absolute and the Vanilla Absolute, and a higher concentration of oud. Now this still smells freaking fantastic, but like I said before, it's edgier, it's a little bit darker, it's got a little bit more filthiness with that patchouli and those musks, and the oud is still beautiful in this. You can definitely get it. It's rich, it's sweet, it adds so much depth to this fragrance. And not just the oud, I mean a lot of the other ingredients, and the sandalwood, it gives it a nice creaminess and it gives it a nice woody base along with that patchouli. Again, beast mode in performance, beast mode in projection, beautifully put together. This is something that I would wear more casually or even suited up. I enjoy wearing this anytime. Anytime that I get the opportunity to. I like to rock this. So coming in at number 2, Onyx. Last but not least, I don't know if this is discontinued. I really hope it's not discontinued. It's not on his website right now, except if you get like the box of Oud, the set with all his different Oud fragrances in it, which I think they're all 10 mLs. But it actually, I mean, it's expensive, but it's a good way to try out all his Oud fragrances. And he sends you like a little, like actual vial of Oud. So a lot of these fragrances have a lot of the same common denominator, and that's rose. He loves using Oud and rose. So this starts out with,
hey, what's going on, guys? Future Brian here. So I'm sitting here editing this video, and my apologies. I guess I just totally forgot to let you know what my #1 frickin' Oud fragrance from Aaron Terence Hughes is. And it's Luna. I don't know if you can see that, but it's Luna. Yeah, anyways, let's get back to the review.
Rose. It's got some peach. It's got some ylang-ylang. Again, you're getting that sort of gourmand style of an Oud fragrance. But this actually kind of has like a summery vibe behind it because you're getting that ylang-ylang, you're getting that rose peach, you're getting some coconut, you get some tonka bean. So the tonka bean in this is more of like a coumarin. So you're getting that sweet, almost spicy quality from it. Of course, you're going to get Oud. You get musks and patchouli. I love the way the patchouli is done in this because it's a little bit filthy, and the musks in it again are clean and dark musk, so you're getting a little bit of that filthiness, and you're also getting the cleanliness coming from it. So a nice combo of white and dark musks. But the reason it comes at #1, I just absolutely love the scent profile of this because it's fresh, but it's rich, it's luxurious, and it's got so much warmth and depth to it. But like I said, it kind of has that beachy vibe with that ylang-ylang, with that peach, with that coconut, and that rose is a nice kind of earthy, slightly sweet rose. I love it. Luna is my #1. I hope he brings this back because this is one I don't have a 50 ml of. But Luna is one that I definitely want to pick up a full bottle. And I need to. I absolutely need to. I know you can get these at Maxx Aroma still, so if you guys are curious about any of these fragrances and you're in the US, definitely check out Maxx Aroma. Hard Candy is not at Maxx Aroma, so you're going to have to get it from the UK website, which the shipping is really expensive because he's using DHL and it's also coming from the UK, and shipping costs, as we know, have gone through the roof. Thanks, oil industry. Appreciate ya. But Luna, projection, fantastic. Longevity, again, fantastic. Aaron absolutely knows what he's doing when he wants a fragrance to frickin' last and project. Because pretty much all of his fragrances do. They're all pretty much beast mode. I mean, there's a couple that are a little bit more beastly than others, and there's some, maybe one or two that really don't, last that long or project. But they're few and far between. So coming in at #1. Luna. All right, there it is, guys. My top 10 Aaron Terence Hughes Oud fragrances. Let me know what some of your favorite Aaron Terence Hughes fragrances are. Which of his Oud fragrances are your favorite? I'm always curious to know what your 2 cents are. But that's it for me today, guys. I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day. And if you enjoyed today's content, then do me a favor. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And always remember, you are stinking beautiful. And until next time, happy scent trails.